Hello friends and welcome to my new video. Today is a special episode for me because today this is my 50th episode. So I'd like to thank all of you who have been watching my videos so far and have subscribed to my channel. Thank you for encouraging me and thank you for giving me the impetus to go on making videos and sharing my feelings about cinema with you. I think it's quite telling that since this is about Pratik's favorite cinemas, my favorite cinemas, it's quite telling that my 50th video is also about a cinema that is a huge favorite with me. It's a recent Malayalam movie, Kaanekkaane. I've just seen it last night and I think it's a wonderful movie, and hence I wanted to talk about it with you. At the outset, let me confess, I'm not sure about the pronunciation of the term Kaanekkaane. I remember when I'd done a video earlier on the movie Kala, it was pointed out by some of you that I hadn't pronounced the word correctly. My apologies in case I'm doing the same here again. It's one of the perils of not knowing the language and just watching what you read in English. Hence, my apologies if I've got the pronunciation of the name wrongly. But the way it is spelled, Kaanekkaane, is how I'm going to say it. And Kaanekkaane is a movie directed by Manu Ashokan from a script written by Bobby and Sanjay. And it is a wonderful film. It is a little difficult to categorize it into any particular genre, although I will say that it is a family drama. It is a human drama which talks about the lives of a few human beings, a few individuals, but it has its moments of thrill and intrigue and suspense as well. So it's a very delicate mix of these two genres, of a thriller and a human drama, but it's done so beautifully. And I think credit for that should mainly go to the director, Manu Ashokan, for making such a seamlessly beautiful film. The thing that really amazes me about almost all the Malayalam cinema I have seen this year is how there is such a freshness in subject, and there is such a high level of performance and absolutely brilliant direction. When these three things combine, it's very hard to go wrong in cinema. And it's probably one of the reasons why we are so impressed and we are so indulged by Malayalam cinema this year at least. This is the year when I've really started being exposed to Malayalam cinema, and what an exposure it has been. Absolutely brilliant. Kaanekkaane is the story of Paul Mathai, a deputy Tahsildar who has lost his daughter in a hit and run case. And he still has quite a strong and loving bond with his son-in-law, Alan. And he comes to the city for some work, and he decides to stay with Alan and the new woman in his life, Sneha, and his grandson from his daughter, Kuttu. And they have a beautiful relationship. They have a warm relationship. And it's very heartening to see the father-in-law and the son-in-law having the kind of equation they have. They're almost like friends, a wonderful relationship. But something happens during his stay at their house which makes him question things all over again, which makes him question his daughter's death and the role that probably someone else in the family could have had in her death. That's where the mystery part of the movie begins. That's where the intrigue and the suspense part of the movie takes over. But the wonderful thing is it is done so seamlessly, moving from a warm film about individuals coping with loss and the bond that they share with one another, to a part where there is intrigue and there is suspense and there is, there are hidden secrets coming out and there are skeletons coming out of the cupboard, and things are not the way they appear to be. This entire transition is done beautifully and seamlessly, and that's what makes Kaanekkaane such a great film. And I must even give credit to Ranjan Raj for some wonderful music, be it in terms of songs or be in terms of the background music. The utilization of music and the quality of music really uplifts a film. It just takes it that notch higher. And another very heartwarming aspect about the movie is the fact that the direction is so perfect. It is so apt without being gimmicky. There are no snazzy edits, or there are no special camera angles or special effects. Everything is shown so simply. The story unfolds on its own, and it is depicted so simply that it's actually elevated to greater heights. But the real strength to me of Kaanekkaane lies in the performance of its main performers. Whether it is Suraj Venjaramudu as Paul, the grieving father-in-law, coming to terms, coping with the death of his daughter, or it is the absolutely brilliant Tobino Thomas as Alan, the son-in-law, who cannot find peace, cannot find happiness in his new marriage with his new wife who is pregnant, Sneha, and he still is haunted by the past. There is guilt, there is some hidden secrets in his life which don't allow him to be at peace with himself, and there is a gradual descent in his career and in his self, as we discover during the course of the movie. Brilliant performance by Tobino Thomas. Aishwarya Lakshmi as Sneha, the wife who has come into Alan's life after his first wife was killed. And she has a very complex role. She is at once hungering for Alan's love, trying to make him go over the past, get over the past, and yet at the same time keeping her bonds, keeping his bonds with his father-in-law, his ex-father-in-law, intact. She wants everything to be right. She wants everything to be perfect, although she knows she started off as second best. So it's a very complex role, and I think Aishwarya Lakshmi is brilliant in her performance as well. But ultimately, the film belongs to the two male protagonists, Paul and Alan, which is Suraj Venjaramudu and Tobino Thomas. They are both brilliant. There are times when their bonding is shown. There are times when their love for one another is shown, which is so endearing and heartwarming. And there are times when they cross swords in the movie as well. And that itself is so engaging. Two powerful actors, pitted against one another. Fabulous results, absolutely fabulous results to see. Another very interesting aspect of the movie is a lot of flashbacks are used, and they're used so cleverly and they're used so brilliantly that for a brief while one doesn't realize that it's a flashback till proper sense is made and one figures out that, okay, this is something from the past that is being replayed. The use of flashback is absolutely fantastic in Kaanekkaane. And I think it's overall these factors of direction, music, wonderful acting, which makes it such an engaging watch. Kaanekkaane is showing at SonyLiv OTT. Please watch it. It's yet another Malayalam movie from this year, which is worthy of making the list. It's a fantastic movie. Don't miss it. That's all for this week and this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And until the next time, bye for now.